Penalties. Let's cover this, gang. If you knowingly and willfully falsify or conceal a material fact or submit a false document with this request, we will deny the benefit you are filing for and may deny any other immigration benefit. In addition, you will face severe penalties provided by law and may be subject to criminal prosecution. And let's look at this. Willingly falsify. Okay. Knowingly and willingly falsify. You know, white out the name and falsify, buy a visa, buy a green card, falsify a material fact. This is really, really important. But also conceal a material fact. Oh, I just didn't tell you that. I just didn't tell you that I got married once before and I couldn't find the divorce. So I figured I'd just leave that off the application, okay? Don't. Please don't. You know, if you're going down this application and you feel the urge to falsify or conceal information, or you know that you've done it in the past, maybe on a non-immigrant visa application getting into the country, look, you're not going to be the first person to ever try to lie to get in the country, all right? You're not that original. However, the penalties for lying on this application today are so bad, and there's, you know, you're going to get denied and get deported. But the penalties for lying in the past, you can actually get waivers, you can get pardons. There's different ways of dealing with the stuff you did in the past. So if you've got that situation, please call an immigration attorney, because they can help you move forward and get all the crap, all the stupidity you've done in the past cleaned up. Okay? I mean, I'm not going to judge anybody for doing whatever it takes to come into the United States. I mean, I'm grateful that I can drink the water out of the tap, all right? And in a lot of countries, you can't even do that. Not to mention our economy and everything, Bill of Rights, all the rest of it. Freedom of religion, you know, all this great stuff. So I'm not going to judge anyone trying to tell a lie, get a fake birth certificate or something like that to get into the country. However, if you lie on this, you really are stupid. So don't do that. Now's the time. You're married to a U.S. citizen. You're going to bring all this information current, and you're going to have some faith here that you're going to get all this stuff taken care of. And then you got the checklist here, and that's it on the instructions. Okay. So we went through the instructions. Now look, if you're still here, I want to congratulate you. That's 1 hour of instructions you've just gone through. That is awesome. Shows me that you're really committed to getting this done, and why not? You know, there's so much at stake on getting these green cards. So I congratulate you for making it this far. It's really great. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the form. Go back to our little website here, and we're going to go download the I-130. And you know, print out that instruction form. It's got really good information on it. You know, about the affidavits and all the little checklists there of the documents and all that stuff. Just print that out and keep it with this application. You'll be glad you did. We're going to move along here to the actual form, the I-130, Petition for Alien Relative. And if you haven't taken a break, now would be a good time to take your break before we get into this form, because you've just been through a lot. And I'm going to go line by line and step by step, and we're going to knock this form out. And also I'd like for you to print out the form again, and just print it out so you can fill it in by hand. I'm going to type it up though. The first part of the form says, do not write in this block, for USCIS office only. Here's how the USCIS is actually thinking about this whole visas based on family. It's based on these categories of relationships. Section of law, visa category. 201B, spouse. 201B, child. A 201B, parent. And then a 203A1, unmarried son or daughter. 203A2, a spouse. 203A2, a child. 203A2B, unmarried son or daughter. 203A3, married son or daughter. 203A4, brother or sister. what let's do is let's go over and look at the visa chart. Even though we covered in the procedures, I want to make sure you get this here on this free video too. This is travel.state.gov, and this website is where we look at the visa bulletin to find out what date they're currently processing for those other categories. So we're here, we're going to go to visas. Let's click on visas, and we're going to go to frequently requested visa information, and there is visa bulletin. Let's click on that. Okay, we've got current bulletin. Let's look at the current bulletin, visa bulletin. So this is the chart, and here are the family sponsored preferences. First preference, unmarried sons and daughters of citizens. They only let 23,400 in every year. Second, spouses and children, unmarried sons or daughters of permanent residents. Okay, 114.2 on this. Spouses and children. This is the A section of the second preference here, and then the B section is unmarried sons and daughters. Now you'll see here, children means kids under 21. Sons and daughters, those are kids over 21. Third, married sons and daughters of citizens. Fourth, brothers and sisters of adult citizens. Okay, and then they also have employment-based categories. But for right now, we're looking at the family-based ones. And you'll see here, the first preference are backlogged. People who filed, let's say China here, people who are from China who filed their applications on or before March 15th of 2002, they can now go ahead and file their I-485 to adjust status. Or if they're out of the country, they can file for their immigrant visa to come in the country. But this date is the date that it's actually listed on their receipt notice for their I-130. So these people from China, they filed I-130s way back in 2002. These guys have had to wait, 6 years to be able to come in as a permanent resident now. And the 2A are the spouses, right? And the 2B are the grown children. So here in Mexico, look at this, unavailable, a big U. No, they're unavailable right now for Mexico. So, and then for brothers and sisters, fourth preference here, we're talking about 97. And in the Philippines, people who filed their applications in March 8th of 1986 are now getting their visas to come in as permanent residents. So this is what we're talking about, a long wait here on some of these categories. So if you're one of these categories here then, and you're thinking you're going to get a green card because you're going to file an I-130, it's just not true. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the community that pray and falsify information. They say, yeah, you're going to get a green card, you're married to a permanent resident, you'll get a green card, just file this, you'll get a green card. They steal the money from those people and steal the money from you and then tell you the wrong information. So that's really not okay. So that's why I want to just bounce into that. But let's get going down this form here. So relationship, you are the petitioner, your relative is the beneficiary. So you, me, I'm the petitioner, I'm the U.S. citizen. This form is going to be asking about me. I'm the one who's going to sign this form. Now the other forms are signed by the beneficiary, so the actual immigrant is going to sign the green card application, I-485, and the work card application, and all those other applications. This one I sign, and there's a biographic information sheet, a G